Alright, this was meant to be a very detailed review of Smite, and I mean very detailed, but I changed my mind. A detailed review isn't needed to make the point I wanted to make. The point being, Smite is a super fun game that you should definitely try. However, before I get to that, you'll probably like to know what Smite is first. It's a MOBA created by the studio Hi-Rez. Yeah, remember the multiplayer online battle arena trend? A few have still survived the years of irrelevancy, such as Dota 2, League of Legends, and you guessed it, Smite. Those big three have quite a lot of things in common. They're all free to play, receive revenue from microtransactions, and the gameplay consists out of picking from a variety of heroes with their own abilities, purchasing items, earning money, and then purchasing more items. The three survived the years by offering a very accessible free-to-play experience. In Dota 2 you have all of the heroes right at the start, while League of Legends and Smite allow you to gain access to them rather quickly by earning in-game currency. Why I specifically want to talk about Smite is because it has resonated with me the most. It's a game that puts a notable twist on tradition and offers a very unique MOBA experience. What I mean by that is that Smite's camera is in third person. I know, this might sound like a very minor change, but when you play the game you'll see how much of a difference it actually makes. First, it creates a cone of visibility. The player can only see where the character is facing. This means that backstabbing is actually an effective method of engaging fights, as well as hiding from player vision using a Tom and Jerry gag. Second, through this new perspective the playstyle shifts from clicking targets to skill shots. Most abilities and basic attacks in Smite have to be aimed for them to effectively do anything. This adds another layer of skill. Lastly, it's much easier for players to build a connection with their chosen hero from a WASD-controlled third-person perspective over the point-and-click adventure that is usual in other MOBAs. Besides all that, Smite also offers a very effective voice command system through keyboard shortcuts. You're able to communicate with your allies efficiently without the need of a chat, and if you own the voice pack of your respective character, you can even do it using their voice.
The darkness fled away. Enemy ultimate down. An enemy has been slain. Attack. This war turns in your favor. Put them in the ground. No problem.
There's one final charming twist. Smite doesn't use homebrew fictional champions. Instead, the playable characters are gods, heroes, and legends from various mythologies such as Ares, Jormungandr, and Cthulhu? Needless to say, they're taking quite a lot of liberty. Still, way cooler than homebrew made up stuff. Can't wait for them to add the greatest god of them all. Of course I'm talking about Senec. Smite offers more than 100 different playable characters with unique abilities. With a free-to-play account you start off with a few free gods, with there being a constant weekly rotation of new ones to try. You can purchase the characters using in-game currency or real-life money. To be able to sustain their company, Hi-Rez sells high-quality skins. Most of the skins have very high effort put into them and are worth the price, but an inevitable consequence is that sometimes it's difficult to tell which god you're actually fighting against, especially when their abilities are visually different. Another issue I personally have is the way the skins are being sold. Most of them are seemingly split between a battle pass, loot crates, and a vault that wants you to buy an expensive pack of other skins to get a key for it. Sometimes I miss the days of horse armor. Yet still, Smite is one of the best free-to-play titles out there in terms of essential gameplay accessibility. What I mean by that is that besides the ability to purchase gods using in-game currency, you also have the option to buy all current and future gods for the single price of $30. Yeah, I'm not kidding, no subscription or yearly pass, just one cheap price tag. It's beautiful, and Hi-Rez deserves every little bit of praise for it. Smite offers a variety of colorful game modes, such as Joust, where you farm minions, kill enemies and destroy towers, or Clash, where you harvest gold from minions, wipe enemies and stomp towers, or Conquest, where you get to do all that, but you have 30 minutes more time to listen to that one toxic ally that's somehow always there. The game modes themselves range from just pure arena fighting battles to very tactical, slow-paced battles. All jokes aside, Smite is all combat, as that's how MOBAs go, but it's incredibly fun. Every character has 3 unique basic abilities, an ultimate ability, and a basic attack. Depending on which combination of items you buy, you can build your character to be a tank, damage dealer, or something in between. The battles you experience in Smite are a joy. Quick use of well-aimed abilities and decision making is incredibly important here. One fatal mistake can cost a fight, and maybe even the game. It can be frustrating when you're on the receiving end, but oh boy, when it's the other way around.
Belair is still there in mid lane. Respawn times at 30 plus seconds. Panda Cat going in. Panda Cat trying to make it happen. And it's not gonna happen. SK Gaming are gonna take the game. What? Are you kidding me? What? SK Gaming held a base with about 10% health. I cannot believe what I'm witnessing. How did they manage that? That is a motivation killer.
In most of the game modes, the end goal is to defeat the enemy Titan. To be able to do that, you need to destroy all of the towers that protect it first. This occurs through a steady increase in territory control by pushing the enemies away, usually by killing them. If you don't like any of that, Smite also offers an arena mode where you just fight other players. Instead of killing a Titan, the goal is to deplete the other team's tickets. It's fast, straight to the point fun. You might have watched some Smite esports and seen the map they play on, the big boy mode, Conquest. It's the main game mode of Smite, and the layout probably already rung a bell or two if you have played Dota or League of Legends, as it's the traditional MOBA map. There are 3 lanes and 2 jungles. The team of 5 players splits between these places. Just as mentioned before, your goal is to destroy the towers in order to kill the Titan next to the opposing team spawn. In the early game, it's all about farming money and disrupting the enemy. In the mid game, it becomes about gaining control over the map and making sure the other team doesn't get a break. And in the late game, it's about working together as a team to display your dominance. Conquest is the game mode where it all comes together. You have to be patient, make the right decisions at the right time, and most importantly, work together as a team. This is also the main weakness of Conquest. Teamwork is easier said than done, especially when you're signing yourself up with random people. If you're unlucky, you might end up getting stuck with teammates that behave like 5-year-olds throwing tempered tantrums at the local supermarket. Pray that they'll surrender at 10 minutes if that happens, because if not, then you'll be in a match that takes between 20 minutes to an hour. The other problem of playing with random people in Conquest is that there is a possibility of ending up in a role that doesn't suit you. You wanted to go to the middle lane and play as your favorite lolly, you sick bastard? Well, too bad. You're going into the jungle. Here's your spider girl.
So succulent.
If these things annoy you, then feel free to just not touch Conquest ever, and instead play the other game modes that lack any coherent, yet cancerous meta. Don't worry, nobody will blame you for it. I initially wanted to talk a lot about the other game modes, but decided against it. The game is free to play, just go and try it yourself. You'll most likely have fun, and if you don't, then no problem. You didn't pay a single cent for it. Also, it would have needlessly extended this review to a point where only Smite enthusiasts would have watched the rest. If you still would like to see my detailed takes on the various game modes, just drop a comment down below. In conclusion, Smite is a pretty damn fun MOBA that up to this day is capable of entertaining me even after I've already spent like 1,000 hours or more in it. Go get it on Steam or from their website and give it a shot. You won't regret it.